Welcome guys to the next lecture of HTML basic codings. In today's lecture we will talk about HTML formatting and HTML quotation and lastly how to do commenting in HTML. So today our first topic will be about HTML formatting. How we can do HTML formatting. This is the default structure or layout, so without wasting time and writing it again, so I have already written, as you can see, that the HTML tag, head tag, title, and then the body text, and the doc type HTML is the version of HTML5. So you are already familiar with this. So today now we will talk about what are HTML formattings. The first formatting that we can do is the bold tag. For example, I have a paragraph. This is, and let me write it that this is a bold text. So this is a normal paragraph, but if I want to make it bold, then what will I do? I will enclose it in the tag B, which means that this is the bold tag. I will give some font size in order to show you in a more bigger size. The font size would be normally small, so you will not be able to see it more clearly. This means that the text will be actually bold. If I run it in Chrome, then as you can see that the text is bold. In normal situation this is not bold, but in this situation we have included it in the B tag, so that's why it's showing us that it's bold. The next formatting tag that I would use is italic. For example, I have this paragraph and I am saying that this is italic. So what will I do? That I will enclose it in simple I tag. This would mean that the text has been converted to italic. If I refresh it, then as you can see that the text has become italic. The third one is the highlighted text. This is highlighted text. So for highlighted text we would enclose it in mark tag. Mark tag will actually highlighted it. As you can see that this text has been highlighted. The next one is smaller tag. If we want to make our text smaller, for example, this is smaller text, then we would include it in small tag. What will small tag do? That it would actually convert it into smaller text. As you can see, the text has been converted to smaller. The text has been converted to smaller one. Another one which is really important is the delete tag. What the delete tag actually do? That this is strike through text. It make the text strike a line on it. It means that this text is actually not included in the visual. So it means that the text has been converted to deleted one or strike through. Another one is inserted tag. INS. This means that the text has been inserted. Inserted text. Let me show it to you. So the inserted text is basically outline or having an underline, and this basically shows that this text has been inserted. These are formatting that are used in HTML coding for some purposes. So it's not just I am telling you these things will be used in the upcoming lectures and different projects. You will require them in different coding purposes. In formatting there are last two. One is subscript and another one is superscript. For example, I have a paragraph and I am writing that this is a subscripted text, and another one is this is superscripted text. So for example, I want to make this text subscripted, then I will include it or enclosed it in subscript. So this will be included or inserted in subscript, and if I want to make it superscripted, then I will include this in superscripted. So I have included this in superscript. So let me show it to you in browser. As you can see that this text is being subscripted. It means that it will be slightly lower down from the normal text flow, and the superscript actually means that this text will be slightly moved up from the normal text. This was about HTML formatting. Now we will discuss about HTML quotations. That what are basically HTML quotations. So the first important quotation in HTML is cite. Let me show it to you through an example. For example, I have an image by the name, I have actually on the desktop an image HTML underscore editor .jpg. So this is the image. So let me give it some width, for example 300 pixel, and height is equal to 500 pixel. This is the image. So I have inserted the image, and if I want to give some title to the image, for example, we can say that this is the image by Tech Geek on this course. So this is basically our paragraph, and we have included after image, but I want to show that the Tech Geek is the title or the citation of the image. Then I will simply write CITE cite and enclose it as well. Let me run it. As you can see that this is the image I have embedded, and this is the image by Tech Geek. So the text Tech Geek is basically cited. It means that this is the title of the image and it's cited one. The next important quotation in HTML is address. For example, I have text. This is the course. This is the address. Let me give it a BR. This is the address of Tech Geek of this course. We can say that Malford Road, Malaysia, and we can say that this is our, for example, random phone number, PO Box 135. So we want to actually show this as our address. So what will we do? That we will include it in address tag. Before and after, we will include address tag. So this text will be shown as in the address format. Let me show it to you. As you can see that the text has been shown in the address format. Let me give it a bit size. Style is equal to font size 50 pixel. So as you can see that the text has been shown. Another important quotation in HTML is the abbreviation quotation. For example, I have the text uh, paragraph, and we can say that we have a title by the name of HTML, and users don't know that what is HTML. This is so simple, so that's why you understand already that HTML is hypertext markup language. There would be situation that user wouldn't be able to get the meaning of the abbreviation. So in that case, we will use the abbreviation quotation, and we will say that the abbreviation title is equal to hypertext markup language. What will happen that when we hover it on it, it will show us that it is the hypertext markup language. Let me give it some font size. This is basically the text, the abbreviated text, and it's showing us that it is hypertext markup language. Another important quotation in HTML is the simple quotation. For example, we have a paragraph, or let's suppose we want to embed an h2 element, and we can say that this is some text, but it have simple, or we can say that this text is so important that it need to be quoted. So what will we do, that we will simply embed it in Q quote. You may be aware of the quotations in different books and Cite. For example, there is a popular person who have quoted something, then it's actually inserted in double quotes. In HTML, we insert it in simple Q tag. If I run it, then you can see that this text is so important that it needs to be quoted. This is actually a quoted text. The last important quotation in HTML is the block quote. For example, we have the text. This is some text, and we have another text, for example, which is having a bigger paragraph. So let me take a paragraph from lorem ipsum, and let me generate some text in order to give you an example. So when I generate some text and copy this text, for example, I have basically written this long paragraph. I do that, I will insert it in block quote tag. So what will be its effect? You will see in browser. As you can see that the block quote text is basically indented a bit from the normal text. So this is showing that it is the block quote text. It is a bit indented from the upper paragraph. So this was about block quote. Lastly, in this video, I will discuss you about HTML commenting. So it's so simple. If we want to insert some comments in your HTML, let me tell you the reason of why we use commenting. Because in order to understand our code, and if user want to read our code, understand it, so it's really important to comment your code. For example, you have written a module about forms, and user don't know that why this form is used, or suppose you have multiple forms or modules which are looking similar, then how user will understand that for which purpose the forms are used. So before every coding, you will have to use commenting in order to make it more readable and understandable. We do commenting simply by left angle bracket, exclamation mark, dash dash, and we can say that this text is commented. and will not be shown in the browser, but it's just for understanding of the code. And just enclosed it and end it with dash dash right angle bracket. So this text will not be shown in your browser. Start your coding on whatever purpose you want and make it readable. Thanks guys for now. We'll see you in the next lecture.